Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. and Mrs. America, and all ships at sea. This is Don Rusnak, Banjos in the Basement. It's been a long time since posting. Just wanted you to see this banjo and to hear this banjo. I'm not going to do too much tutorialing, but this is a banjo, a Whyte Laydie number 2, A.C.Fairbanks Whyte Laydie number 2. And for those of you who are not familiar with the Whyte Laydies, it's spelled W-H-Y-T-E L-A-Y-D-I-E, and it refers to this. It's a maple scallop tone ring on the inside, similar to the electric scallop tone rings that came before it. This is a 10 and 15/16 head, Renaissance head, bracket band, maple neck, typical Whyte Laydie number 2 inlaid griffin. This one was inlaid by the engraver Consalvi. Diamond engraved position markers. And most banjo players who are familiar with these things know that the neck angles are maybe 1%. I don't know, haven't measured this one. But this is a less than 1/2 inch bridge. And I think over the years we've all gotten used to higher bridges, 1/2 inch, 5/8, even higher, wider string spacings and things like that. This is they have the original pegs and the original 5th string peg, tuning peg. I changed the original no knot tailpiece, I still have it, to this tailpiece. There is a name for that tailpiece, but it escapes me now. But just the main reason why I'm showing you this banjo, I've had a lot of Whyte Laydie tone rings, banjos, different sizes, different types of heads, calfskins, Remo coated top and bottom, different ones. Why does this one sound so good? This one sounds amazing, and it's different from all the other ones. It has to be the fact that I tightened this head. One more turn of these banjo nuts, that this thing would pop, scare the hell out of me and give me a heart attack. I cranked this thing down so much so that I did not have to file that tension hoop down so the strings could clear here. And I did not want to adjust the angle of the neck by any means. I wanted to get this as playable as I could with it as a found. So that required a very small bridge. And that's less than a 1/2 inch bridge. And then the string height is perfect. Well, 95% perfect. I'm still tweaking it. But this banjo, being an open back banjo with this with Renaissance head cranked to the max, I'm feeling this sound that it sounds like I've got a miniature amplifier behind here. I'm hearing this sound that I've not heard before on Whyte Laydie tone ring banjos. And I'm feeling a vibration, a physical vibration of this banjo against my chest every once in a while. Anyway, I don't know if it's going to come across on the mic. I'm hearing insanely good tone, but it may not be projecting as much as another setup would be. But anyway, I'm just going to riff here. There's no tune here. But what I'm hearing, I'm loving it. which is unfortunate because I don't want to fall in love with any more banjos anymore. I really don't. Vibration. I'm feeling a vibration right now, and I'm hearing it right here. Oh man. Anyway, fortunately or unfortunately, I'm falling in love with this banjo. But I've said that before. So anyway, this, I'll throw in right now, I'll throw in a little exercise for you folks who have requested two-finger stuff, you know, from me. And this is an exercise I just gave to one of my two-finger students. And I'll verbalize it to you. I'm not going to be putting up any separate screens or, you know, or tabs or anything like that. I'm just going to pretend like you guys don't need it. I'll verbalize it. It's easier for me. Anyway, this is going to be, I'll say the names of the string. 1, 2. Those are the first two strings. I'm going to put my ring finger of my left hand on the first string, 7th fret. I'm going to hit the first string and then the 5th string. And then the next two notes, the strings will be 1, 2. So what we have is, and then with the 1, 2, I'm going to put my fingers here and make that position. Index finger on the first string 4th, middle finger on the second string 5th. So we got and then I'm going to hit the first and the second string IT. What we got so far is now I'm making a D7th chord, hit the 2, 3, D7th, and then open 2nd string, open 3rd string. Now I'm going to make this form here. Index finger on the 3rd string 2nd fret, ring finger on the bass string, the 4th string, 4th fret, and I'm going to hit those 2, 3, 4, and with index and thumb, IT, and I'm going to resolve it in an open 3rd string. So from the top, D7, 2, 3 open, and then that D7th. I think I got that right. D7th, open, 2nd and 3rd. So that's just an exercise I gave for the index lead guy, a student. And then I also said to intertwine that, these IT, right-hand patterns, intertwine that with your initial index lead roll of the right hand, which was basically IIT or I strum 5th. You can do 2 single notes for that, if you remember. That index finger can come down and hit any note it wants. Those are single notes. Now, earlier exercises, I told you to try to do a melody note, and then a strum, and then the 5th. Sometimes you miss a strum, so what? But intertwine what I just showed you with that lick. Then you're hunting and pecking with one finger, hitting a note, and then hammering or picking it off or not hammering it. Just so once you get these different left-hand forms, and you can intertwine these right-hand techniques, IT, along with those left-hand techniques, slides, hammer-ons, chords, and so on and so forth. It's pretty much an exercise, but then you'll get your melody in your head, and try to get those melodies forefront using these techniques. You've noticed over the years, I like to wham it with my ring finger or my middle finger every once in a while. And that becomes my rather than it becomes now I can use my middle finger or my ring finger, whatever is more convenient. You can use that as an exercise. Do something with your left hand, whatever it is, and then switch to bringing your middle finger down for that stroke. I find that to be easier for me. And this establishes a really cool rhythmic beat, man, if you want that. With the ring finger. And actually you could probably switch back and forth, but you know, if that's what you want to do. And you could do that with anchoring your palm or not. I like to mix all styles up, you know, but that's me. Anyway, it's a little instruction, a little introduction to this particular banjo that I'm really falling in love with. And boy, for me to keep this, I'm going to have to sell something. It's going to be tough. But man, I'm becoming more taken and more in love with lower bridge heights. I can play this banjo with picks on and do bluegrass with this low bridge. It's also what you get used to. So don't negate a small bridge. You know, the bluegrassers are always, you know, 5/8, you know, higher. And you might hear a little chink, 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 chink. That's because I have an extended fingernail on some of these things. And when you're picking this banjo, you hear an aftertone that you won't hear if you didn't have that fingernail or were wearing, you know, some sort of picks. But I like, sometimes you get a slapping sound if you overpower the string, but I don't mind that. Yeah, I hear it now on one of the strings. Anyway, A New Love, A.C.Fairbanks, circa 1903 or something like that. Anyway, who knows when I'll be back on, but I'm getting new teeth soon on